Hello, everybody. My name is MJ the Tutor, and you are listening to another episode of Accounting Makes Sense, an MJ the Tutor podcast. This podcast is focused on helping accounting students all over the world by offering a quick warm-up on various accounting and business topics that hopefully leads to the generation of bigger discussions and conversation. In today's episode, we will tackle a topic which has been floating around the profession for a while: artificial intelligence. What I want to touch on is how artificial intelligence has changed accounting work so far and where it may lead to in the future. Let's start off understanding what artificial intelligence is and what it does. In simple technical terms, artificial intelligence, or AI for short, is a field of science concerned with building computers and machines that can reason, learn, and act in such a way that would normally require human intelligence. Additionally, AI also involves analyzing data whose scale exceeds what humans can examine. Based on that description, you can likely already see where AI is used for in accounting the most, both from the machine learning side and the data gathering side. Initially, AI was really a controversial subject matter. There is a lot of discussion surrounding how AI evolves and how it learns and automates processes. In this regard, many spoke about how AI would take over many accounting jobs and functions that accountants currently do. And why wouldn't we think that? There are many manual, tedious, and repetitive tasks accountants do. Plus, a lot of the work that accountants do are done on computers, which is the platform that AI is presented. So it was really a big thing when it was first introduced in the accounting field. I'm here to say that, yes, it did change a lot of the work that we used to do, especially those ones where it was labor-intensive and very manual in process. Remember how we used to do accounting eons ago, where we used book ledgers and papers and pencils to record transactions? And then we moved on to using spreadsheets and files and accounting systems and softwares, and now we are on to the AI era. No one can deny how the landscape has changed for accountants, especially in streamlining processes. Some of the biggest AI-fueled benefits in accounting are how document authorizations on computer systems can now be automated. Let's take procurement as an example. The system allows us to set up tiers and limits of authorization. You may have an authorization limit of $1,000. Your supervisor may have an authorization limit of $10,000. And his supervisor, basically your boss's boss, has a limit of $100,000. So let's say you place an order for $100,000. The computer is able to identify that you and your boss do not have the authority to approve this transaction based according to the levels that you are on. And so, after you create the purchase order, the system sends an authorization request to your boss's boss to alert him that you have created this order and that he needs to approve this because it exceeds both your and your boss's limits. With that example as well, you can also see how AI helps in compliance and maintaining internal controls. Setting the limits up and separating authority level helps segregate the duty of procuring large orders. At the same time, it ensures that orders at a certain level are only authorized by the right people. Another area is automation of processes. So something like automatic billing or invoicing helps a company a lot because AI can handle a larger volume and can do things a lot faster. AI also helps a lot in generating reports needed for decision-making and interpretation. AI has seriously reduced the time it takes to get real-time data off the system. This helps with decisions because decisions are heavily based on information that is readily available at the time that you are making that decision. So it is important to get the relevant information as timeously as possible so as to make the right decision. We all know that we can make the wrong decisions if our information is not up to date. The functions I've identified in this episode are few, and there are still many benefits I could bring to the discussion, but we could go on forever. Suffice to say that AI has been beneficial to the accounting industry. It allows us to refocus the chunk of our time spent on manual tasks by eliminating those or simplifying those or automating those, and we are free to use the time for something else. The question of whether AI will be able to replace accountants still comes to mind. And in some parts, there are some fears that AI will. So look, this is technology, so as time goes on, it will become more sophisticated and more elaborate, and it can take on more. However, at this stage, AI is more a tool rather than a replacement. I personally believe that there are still many functions that an accountant does that is difficult for a machine to emulate. Yes, you can put formula in it and make it follow certain conditions and specifications, but at the end of the day, there is still a human element that is hard to automate. When you offer opinions, when you provide advice, when you interpret and explain numbers and trends, those are really more innate for that particular person or accountant. And that is it for me today. I hope this made you think about AI and the future of accounting. Do you agree or have your own opinion? Let us know and drop a comment on the website or follow me on social media. If you enjoyed today, please do not forget to hit subscribe or follow to catch the next episode. As always, thank you for listening to Accounting Makes Sense. I am your host, MJ the Tutor. If you want to learn more tips and advice, you can visit the website at www.mjthetutor.com. Or if you want to connect through social media, I am available on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter under the name MJ the Tutor. I hope to see you again next time. Ciao for now!